Most people fear debt. They are taught it is bad. My poor dad always said, avoid debt. He worked hard his whole life, but he stayed financially stuck. The rich think differently about money. They see debt not as a threat but as a tool, a powerful tool for building wealth. My rich dad taught me a different lesson. He said, there is good debt and bad debt. He understood that debt could make you rich if you know how to use it. Most people only know bad debt, the kind that makes them poorer. The rich learn to use good debt, the kind that makes them richer. This is a fundamental secret of the wealthy. The financial education system fails most people. Schools teach you to get a job. They do not teach you how money works. They certainly do not teach you how to use debt. This lack of knowledge keeps people trapped in the rat race. The rich make their money work hard for them, often using debt. It is time to learn how to make debt work for you. Understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt is critical. It is the foundation of using debt wisely. Without this understanding, debt will control you. It will make you poorer, not richer. My poor dad had a lot of bad debt. He did not understand the difference. This distinction is what separates the rich from the poor and middle class. Bad debt is simple to understand. It takes money out of your pocket. It is debt used to buy liabilities, things that lose value, things that do not generate income. Think of credit card debt for a fancy vacation, or a loan for a new car that depreciates quickly. These things make you feel rich, but they make you poor. Bad debt is a weight that pulls you down financially. Good debt, on the other hand, is powerful. Good debt puts money into your pocket. It is debt used to acquire assets. Assets are things that generate income, or assets that appreciate in value. Think of a loan for a rental property. The rent from tenants pays the mortgage, and puts extra cash in your pocket each month. Choose wisely which kind of debt you want in your life. Let me tell you a story of two individuals. Both wanted to invest in real estate, both wanted to build wealth, but they approached it very differently. Their understanding of debt was different. One understood the power of leverage, the other was afraid of debt. Their outcomes were vastly different. Person A decided to save money. They saved diligently for many years. Finally, they bought a small rental property. They paid for it entirely in cash, no debt. They felt safe. But their growth was slow, very slow. They could only buy another property after saving for many more years. Person B took a different approach. They also saved money, but for a down payment. They used a 20% down payment. They borrowed the other 80% from the bank. This is called leverage, using other people's money, OPM. The rental income from the property covered the mortgage. This is the smart way to use debt. Section 4, The Rich Dad's Toolkit, Common Debt Strategies. The wealthy have a toolkit of debt strategies. They don't just borrow money randomly, they use specific types of loans for specific purposes. The goal is always to acquire assets that generate income or appreciate. Understanding these tools is essential if you want to use debt like the rich do. One common tool is a business loan. The rich often own businesses. They use loans to start a new business or to expand an existing one. If the business is profitable, the debt pays for itself and generates even more profit for the owner. Margin loans are another tool in the kit. This involves borrowing against your investment portfolio. The rich might use margin to buy more stocks or to invest in another opportunity. Section 5. Playing with fire, understanding and managing debt risks. Debt is a powerful financial tool. I often say it is like fire. Fire can cook your food and keep you warm. It can be incredibly useful. But if you are careless with fire, it can burn your house down. Debt is the same. Used wisely, it builds fortunes. Used foolishly, it leads to financial ruin. The single most important factor is cash flow. Can you afford the payments on the debt? Not just today when things are good, but what if your income drops? What if your tenants move out? The rich always ensure they have strong cash flow, enough to cover all their debt obligations and still have money left over. Cash flow is king when dealing with debt. Risk assessment is absolutely crucial. Before taking on any debt, you must understand the risks involved. What is the worst-case scenario? How likely is it to happen? What is your plan if it does? The rich don't gamble. They take calculated risks. They do their homework. They analyze the numbers. Section 6, your turn to use debt, a path to financial freedom. You have now learned a secret of the rich. They are not afraid of debt. They use debt strategically. They use it as a powerful tool, a tool to build massive wealth. This knowledge is no longer hidden from you. The question is, what will you do with it? Knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Start by increasing your financial education. Read books, attend seminars, talk to investors. Learn everything you can about money, finance, and investing. Understand how good debt works. Learn to analyze deals. The more you learn, the less risky debt becomes. Financial intelligence reduces risk. It opens up opportunities you never saw before. This is your first and most important investment. Shift your mindset about debt. Stop thinking like my poor dad. Stop seeing all debt as bad. Start thinking like my rich dad. See debt as a potential servant.